Damn, it's been a long time since the last time I made a video like this. But hello boys and girls, in this video I'm going to be teaching you about the new Dead by Daylight killer called the Dredge. To be honest, this new killer looks like a fucking turkey and I have no idea why this new killer looks so disgusting. It's not even funny how bad he looks. I think instead of adding a turkey to Dead by Daylight, developers should have added a giant cock, but it is what it is. Anyway, today I'm here to give you 5 tips that you should know before you start playing the Dredge, so you can play him better. And before we start, every time there's a new killer in Dead by Daylight, I make a video like this. So don't forget to subscribe for more Dead by Daylight tips, tricks, tutorials, funny videos and other stuff. Thank you very much. Also, don't forget to like this video if you want to make my cock grow faster. Remember, these tips are not in any particular order, so let's start with the first one. Put a lot of pressure on survivors. It means that ever since the game begins, you can teleport to any locker on the map. And even though in Dead by Daylight there are many other killers that have an amazing amount of map pressure, like Hillbilly, the Demogorgon, the Doctor, but there is no killer that has an ability to apply this much amount of map pressure. It's because the Dredge is able to teleport to any locker on the map. And yes, you heard me right, you can teleport to any locker you desire. The most broken thing about this is that most maps in Dead by Daylight were not designed with this killer power in mind, meaning that they have way too many lockers, and it means that at the moment you can literally abuse it, and it makes this killer kind of overpowered. But it's very easy to forget that this killer can teleport from one locker to another locker to another locker until you find that generator which is being repaired. Take advantage of that ever since the game begins. Go and find that generator instantly. Also, whenever you hook a survivor, don't camp, just teleport somewhere else and look for other survivors. Because if you say that at the moment this killer is shit, then you don't know how to play him right. And I'm talking about at the moment because he might be nerfed in the future. The second tip is use your teleports more aggressively during nightfall. That's because during nightfall you are undetectable for 60 seconds, which is actually a long time. Undetectable means that survivors cannot see your red stain, neither can they hear your terror radius. It means that you can teleport from one locker to the other locker without making any loud noises and just secretly approach survivors. Basically, for 60 seconds you get to feel like a stealthy killer that can teleport to all of the lockers on the map, which makes you the best stealthy killer in the game. To become undetectable for 60 seconds, aka start the nightfall phase, make sure to injure as many survivors as you can, to down as many survivors as you can, use your teleportation power and hook survivors when you are able to. It will make this ability regenerate faster. Another thing that you need to know about this killer is that locker related perks on this killer are not great. Let me give you an example. Iron Maiden is probably the best killer locker perk in the game, but I do not recommend using it for the Dredge. You can use it on the Huntress because she has to open a lot of lockers to reload. You can use it on the Trickster for the same reason. You can even use it on the Clown because you will probably be searching around the lockers anyway. But do not use this perk on this killer because most likely you will not be opening lockers when you play as the Dredge. Instead, you will be teleporting from one locker to the other locker, which doesn't really correlate with Iron Maiden. And as far as I know, neither does it correlate with most of the locker related perks in the game. Another thing you should do is you should break all of the locks you see on the lockers, and they are clearly visible. Any survivor can lock any locker they want to, and whenever you teleport into a locked locker, which sounds kind of weird, it will take you more time to come out of that locker, thus giving survivors more time to escape you, and it's just an annoying mechanic and you should get rid of them. You can break those locks just by simply punching them, and that will break them. That's all I need to say. Don't forget to break them, it will help you. And the last but probably the most important thing I got to tell you is that you should manipulate your power around the killer shack. So let me explain this. Killer Shack is probably the best place for survivors to loop you. Killer Shack is the most annoying, or one of the most annoying places on the map where you can get looped. I would argue that for a long time the nurse has been the only killer that could get around the killer shack without breaking the pallet. But this killer is another killer that can get around this shack without breaking the pallet. And let me give you an example. Let me show you what you should do when you are chasing survivor around the killer shack. Nice. Nice. Outplayed! Suck my cock. Yes! It is extremely powerful tip and I found it by myself. Nobody told me about this and I hope it will be useful for you. I'm pretty sure it will. Anyway, the least you could do, you can subscribe to this channel, because it took me a long time to make this video, to compile all of these tips into one footage. Also, please like this video if it helped you. If you disagree with anything, don't forget to comment. I will try to respond as detailed as I can. Anyway, thank you for watching very much and see you later. Bye.